Bring out Genesis 2.
Let me get one right quick.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy 16 and 18. Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee throughout thy tribes. And they shall judge the people with the just judgment.
With the just judgment. All right? That's the judgment of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
See? The Lord set up leaders. All right? He set them up. Just like he set up the leaders of Israel to keep us straight and to keep us following him. All right? Starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. He also set up these leaders that 2/3 follow. All right? He set up weak leaders to cause y'all to err. All right? Keep y'all blinded.
And that's why that scripture described the leaders and the officers as the gates, man. When you read in there, it said the gates languish. You know? And they said they supposed to rule our people with a just judgment. That just judgment is used in the scriptures, man. But these cats, they ruling on their own vain opinions and wickedness. Telling people everything gonna be all right. It's a blessing for you and all that. They're not ruling people with a just judgment. They're not telling them that martial law is coming, a nuclear destruction is coming, a chip is coming, what to do when the chip comes, how to escape it by coming, having faith, and staying to the scriptures to the best of your ability. They're not doing that, right? Go ahead.
Bring out Genesis 2 and 7, Bible shop.
This is Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh formed man of the dust of the ground.
And the Lord power formed man from the dust of the ground, the dirt of the earth. We just read in Jeremiah 14 and 2. It says they are black unto the ground. So when you dig into the ground, you pull out the dirt, it's different shades of brown. Alright? So that tells us what? The first people. Read it again, brother.
This is Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
And the Lord power formed man from the dust of the ground. All right, so that tells us that all the people that the Lord formed in the beginning were so-called black people. All right, different shades of brown, from a light brown to a deep dark brown. The deeper you dig into the earth. All right.
Now, don't you know? Just like when we always mention black and brown. But then, you know, you get people that don't understand what we mean when we say that. Okay, the scriptures say black, right? And then we'll say we different shades of brown. What it is the scriptures, even though when you look up that word and it tell you in Songs of Solomon, the first chapter, that I am black, but calmly. But when you look up that word, it's for dark, meaning dark skin. But when you read the Bible, that's like when it says it's black, that's like slang talk. Okay, because we know we're not black, we're different shades of brown. But being the introduction on what I'm going to say, that's what it means. What it means, what it let you know is the people of the Bible have a pigment and they are of color. That's what it let you know. So don't get confused when we say the Bible say black and then we turn around and say brown. What that is slang talk. Okay? Well, you don't understand, so you don't get confused. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see that it just
It's Genesis 2 and 7. It says, the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
The breath of life. What is that? Let's get to edify that, because you want to break the whole scripture down. To edify that, you want to go where? Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 24. So let's see what the breath of life is, according to Wisdom of Solomon 7:24.
Wisdom of Solomon 7, verse 24. It says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. It says, she passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of power of the Most High.
For his wisdom. So when the Adamites was made from the ground, what were they given? Wisdom. Okay? The statute, laws, and commandments of the Heavenly Father.
Which is order.
Which is order. Okay?
It says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from glory, the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall unto her.
That's the key. What is wisdom? It's the breath. So going back to Genesis, read that again for the brother. 27.
It says, and the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
The breath of life. That's right.
Going back into the ground, so how you were saying it's all made from the ground. Just speak on what the breath is.
Right. So after the Lord power formed man from the dust of the ground, all right, different shades of brown, all right, what we would call today so-called black men, all right, he gave them the wisdom and understanding. He breathed life into them according to Wisdom of Solomon, which caused man to have order. All right, as it said, it's more moving. All right, that wisdom is more moving, so it caused man to move upright and be righteous. Okay, that breath of life. All right. All right. Now, that right there is more edification to you, Israel, to show you that the Lord's people were dark-skinned people. All right. The tribe of Judah, all right, which is the tribe that the Lord Yahushua came out of, was a dark-skinned nation of people. All right. All people in the beginning were a dark-skinned nation of people, including Esau, who in the spirit was Cain in the beginning. All right, and we're gonna prove that. Let's get Genesis 4 and 15. All right.
Genesis 4 and 15. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall take on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him.
All right, now that was the beginning of the changes of faces. All right, the Most High, it says he set a mark upon Cain. That mark was a sign. All right, bring it out, brother.
Let me read on.
Yeah, read it over again for me, then we're gonna look that word mark up.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall take on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him.
The Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain. All right, he put a sign on Cain to let the people know not to kill Cain, because the Lord had punished Cain. All right, and why did he punish Cain? Jump back up to 3.
Verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord Yahweh. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock.
So it was a time to give an offering to the Lord, right? And when Cain come to bring his offering, all right, read on, it tells you that Cain didn't bring an offering that was pleasing to the Most High. All right.
Now when you go into the Josephus, when you read the history on that, what it was which we know the Most High like meat, right? We know he like meat. But when you go into the Josephus, what Cain did was he forced the food, the first fruit, out of the ground because he was dealing with the ground. Okay? What he did was force it out the ground, meaning it wasn't ready yet. So what he did was he brought it to the Most High, and it wasn't even all the way right. So he just brought it to the Most High. You see, that's what he did. When you go into the Josephus and you read it, you know, I might give it to the brother the way he'll put it up, you know, Lord willing. You know, but in the Josephus, that's what they tell you. He forced it out of the ground. And the Most High didn't even want it because it wasn't even right. Okay?
He rejected it.
It says, of the fat thereof, and the Lord Yahweh had respect unto Abel and his offering. But unto Cain, verse 5, and to his offering he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
But unto Cain and his offering, the Most High had no respect. Alright? Because Cain didn't give the Most High the right offering. Alright? A righteous offering. Alright? But Abel did. Okay? So let's see what happened between Cain and Abel, brother. Read on down to 8.
Read on down, okay, come.
Read on down to 8.
It says, verse 6, and Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? Question.
Okay? Why art thou wroth? Alright? Because at this time, Cain was angry, you know, and he was upset that the Most High rejected his offering. Bring it out, brother.
It says, if thou doest well, shall thy not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. Bring it out.
It says, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Sin shall rule over him. Alright? Go ahead.
And it says, and Cain.
So even back then, the order was given, you know, because they had the statute, laws, and commandments, right? That's why they gave up a sacrifice, because the commandments was verbal. But the thing about Cain, he just couldn't do right. He couldn't do right. He just couldn't get it right.
Can't get it right.
He can't get it right.
Can't get it right, Bob.
He told him what it was, and here he is. Like I said, when you read the Josephus, right? Here he is forcing this fruit out of the ground and giving it to the Most High, which that's off, man. You got to make sure that thing is right. You know, whenever you offer something to the Most High, it can't have no blemishes, man. That's a blemish if it ain't right. You know. You know. But that shows that Cain just couldn't get it right. You know. Go ahead, bro.
Let's see. It says, if thou doest well, shall thy not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, if thou shalt rule over him.
You know, just like, go ahead, bro.
So sin was ruling over Cain. All right, like we said, he just couldn't get right because that sin was ruling over him. All right, the same spirit as Esau. All right, give me verse 8, brother.
It says, and Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
All right, that's that sin. Cain rose up against Abel and slew his brother. All right, so when they were in the field, Cain killed his brother Abel. All right, why? Because of that sin. He murdered him. You know what I'm saying? He murdered him. All right, because that sin pertaining to verse 7 was ruling over him. And because the Most High was accepting the offering that Abel presented to him, it stirred up that envy, all right, and that jealousy, all right. So Cain rose up and slew his brother. Therefore, Yahweh set a mark upon Cain. And that mark was leprosy. We're going to look that up in the 15th chapter. I mean, Salaki in the 15th verse, 1:15.
This is I'm gonna read this scripture here.
I'll be looking it up.
It says, Exodus 20:13, it says, thou shalt not kill. But when you look that up, it means murder. Right? So that's Cain broke one of the laws, man. He broke a major law. He murdered his brother. You know? And as they call it right now, in cold blood, when you kill somebody without them basically trying to kill you or any reason, they call it now a cold blood killing. You know? That's what they call it now. It says back in Genesis 4:9, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Question. He said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried for me from the ground.
That lets you know that blood carries a spirit, right? So you know it ain't no hiding. It ain't no hiding from the Most High. The Most High know all His creations. He know about everything. And what it is Cain was trying to hide that murder, right, from the Most High. And the Most High knew that what Cain had done. And there you go, him being a deceiver, trying to deceive the Most High.
Killed him.
Who created everything.
Killed him, buried him somewhere.
Yeah. And here he is, the Most High asking a question, right? And here he is, lying to the Most High. You know, as if the Most High don't know what his answer gonna be. But the thing about the Most High, he just want to hear you convict yourself.
Yeah, like
you know what you gonna say.
Like our parents used to tell us when we were little, do some shit. And they be like, I just want to see if you gonna lie to me. I know you did before you did it. Yeah. I just want to see if you gonna lie to me.
And that edifies that sin lies at the door.
Then what they do after you punish you. You know? It says, the Lord Yahweh said to Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
No, look. He said, am I my brother's keeper? Am I supposed to take care of my brother? Yeah. Am I supposed to look after him?
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, look up that, man, because that's very important, man. That's very important.
My brother's keeper?
Right. That's very important, man. Because here we are in Esau's hands today. You see? That's that same spirit, man.
All right. This is a blue letter for Genesis chapter 4, verse 9. That word keeper is shamar. Hebrews 81:04. Shamar. It says to keep guard, observe, give heed. Says to keep, have charge of, to keep guard.
Hey, to keep guard, man, to look out for his brother. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you supposed to be looking out for your brother, but you murdered him.
Yeah.
And then if you don't know what happened to him. And the Most High said, I can hear his blood crying from the ground. You supposed to be looking out for him, you didn't murder him.
That was that sin in it.
That was that sin, man. It was steady growing, man. It was steady growing in it.
You see that in movies, man. Esau kill somebody and then show up acting like they ain't never done nothing.
All right, man, take you back to the crime scene. Everything, man. No emotion, no nothing, no conscience, no nothing, man. Take you back to the crime scene and show you everything, and like they wasn't even there, man.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, the scriptures cold, man. Hey, most high we edifying these scriptures, man. You just got, like you said, we got a shamar, we got to watch.
Alright, and then like you watch that what's that show called? They always in the M town in Memphis.
48 hours.
48 hours. First 48. Hey man, every time you get a Jake in the interrogation,
man, it's over.
Jake end up telling on himself because he got a conscience. Esau get in there.
Straight face.
Alright, no conscience, man. It don't bother him, man. Jake tell on himself because he got a conscience, man.
Esau and them will say, I want to see my lawyer. They'll make the city spend millions and millions just to convict us.
Yeah.
Jake them say, I did it. And shit.
That's his conscience eating him up, man.
Yeah. It don't cost no more than the bus ride to the pen.
That's why it ain't good for Jake to do no crimes, man.
God.
You know?